Movies, cinema, films. The art form we all know and love. The entertainment of choice. The media that you clicked on my face to hear me talk about. 602 movies were released theatrically in North America last year. 70,000 worldwide across streaming and everything else. That's insane. We are going to focus only on the 602. No, I'm not covering 602 fucking movies in this video. Calm down. Over the years, we have had terrific movies and we have had terrible movies. But worse than that, lately I find we get a certain type of movie that is actually worse than a really bad movie. The mid movie. I don't know if it's just me, but I watched How to Make a Killing the other night, transfixed on just how joy-suckingly fucking average it was. Which got me thinking about how very few amazing and truly memorable movies have actually come out over the last 10 years. The era of content and streaming, a lot of movies are painfully average. And unfortunately, because of that, they get left in the dust. And I wanted to explore that a little more. My name is Wyatt. Welcome to my mind. Stay a while, a little wild for this one. And let's discuss the era of the mid movie. First and foremost, I do understand that art is mostly subjective, in the sense that it is your right to absolutely enjoy it, utter piece of shit. No, in the sense that not everybody likes the same thing. I do understand that. On average, we all agree that The Godfather is a masterpiece and The Room is a steaming pile of dookie. We all know that well-made movies have their place in the world. They manage to entertain and intrigue. They manage to push the medium into new directions. They create classics and iconic moments. They inspire young filmmakers like me and Curry Barker. Barker, if you ever followed the channel, That's a Bad Idea, was clearly inspired by movies like Dune and other modern horror movies, himself quoting 2003's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which, ease up, dude. 2003 was great, but it's nothing without the original. We will be seeing what that inspiration can do this weekend with Obsession, and then next with Texas Chainsaw again. Great films have an obvious place in our hearts. However, the steaming pile of dookie movies actually also have their place. The Room still sells theatrical shows, events, and even has a biopic. Or speaking of is it biopic or is it biopic? No one's ever really cleared this up for me, and I hear it called both. If anybody in the comments wants to tell me, is it biopic or biopic? I don't know. Watching movies so bad they're enjoyable is one of my favorite pastimes. We do an annual horror marathon at my house, and we always start with a movie so bad it's so good. The cringe fest movies have a place in the world, and they maintain fan bases. Much so, it's actually an entire genre now. There are people and filmmakers that go out of their way to make bad movies on purpose for the entertainment part of it. Obviously, they don't call themselves the so bad we're good genre, but movies like Toxic Commando, Planet Terror, or literally anything from Asylum Pictures is clearly trying to lean heavily into the so bad it's good. Where does that leave mid movies? And why are there so many lately? I don't know about you, but I find there's nothing worse than watching a movie that is just fine. Like I said, How to Make a Killing inspired this thought, and over the past few years, there are only really 10 or so actual memorable movies a year. Even pushing into Oscar season, with the exception of the Film Bros, most movies have just faded into obscurity. Now, when I say mid movies, I mean movies where clearly competent filmmakers are behind the camera. Movies where they're not insultingly bad, but just sort of average. It's clear the team understands the filmmaking process, but there's also not a lot of passion or inspiration behind the lens. Sometimes even the performance is great, but it won't elevate the movie to our memory. Recently, with Shelby Oaks, The Housemaid, The Rip, The Materialists, Goodrich, the list just goes on. I bet none of you have seen Goodrich. It's not bad, but it's not great. There are a few movies even this year that I couldn't bother watching because they just look to fall under this category, and I don't have as much free time or money to go see movies. These movies aren't objectively doing anything wrong, but they are cookie cutter clones of better movies usually. They play everything too safe and do nothing memorable. Sure, a lot of time when the credits roll, you think, that was decent. I promise you, nobody is rewatching How to Make a Killing within a few years. Maybe it's just me, but I fondly remember going to the movie theater when I was younger and having a plethora of wonderful, exciting new releases to choose from. Now it just feels like half of it is just slop? I don't know what to do with mid movies. But why is this a thing? Why are they becoming more common? Is it me? Am I just enjoying less things? Maybe, but I don't think so. I'm open to it, but I don't think so. Let's go on. A lot of the blame seems to be on attention spans, with Matt Damon ratting out Netflix for needing the plot to be retold so many times in the movie The Rip because they don't think people are paying attention or that they're looking at their phones at the same time on the couch. Is it the rise and inevitable fall of the superhero blockbusters and reboots? Streaming culture could be to blame, or is the industry just oversaturated? Honestly, I think it's a mix of all. I think it's a domino effect that did start with the superhero boom, which hasn't felt the same since Endgame. That boom caused other companies to try to replicate the Marvel formula and fail. Actually, we all just sort of got sick of this. Like, look how little hype there is for Mandalorian and Grogu next week. I don't know anyone who's actually excited. Sure, I know people who are saying they're going to go see it. Everyone I've talked to and every comment I've read who've seen the trailer are just like, eh. Then, yeah, of course, through this time grew short content. Social media blew up and attention spans shrank. In a last ditch effort to keep the industry alive, I think studios are just pushing whatever they can. Also, COVID lockdowns. You have to remember these studios had shelved scripts that they are now trying to recoup money on through the years where they couldn't release actual movies. Now, these are just theories of a tired film nerd. What do I know? But I do believe the pendulum's going to swing back the other way because in recent years we've also had a boom of independent filmmakers who are extremely talented and a really wonderful horror boom, which I'm going to do another video just on that. We got the Raka Raka brothers coming out, Zachary Krager's rise with Barbarian, now Curry Barker. I do believe there is a new generation of extremely talented filmmakers about to be thrust upon the world. And I'm very excited for it. You know what? This could be the next best generation of film ever, because this is kind of what happens. If you look the 80s through the 90s and even the 70s through the 80s, I think we're about to hit a new wave of voices who want to push that envelope. And I'm very excited. But in the meantime, can we stop making such in mid movies, please? Here's hoping. What do you guys think? Am I completely off my rocker? Did someone in the comments maybe absolutely love How to Make a Killing? Let me know. Let me know below. What do you think about mid movies? Is this purely subjective? Am I overthinking it? Has it been too long of a day and I shouldn't have made this video? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for clicking on my face. I told you this would be a brief step inside my mind. Subscribe for more. I have a few videos I want to do, including that horror one I just mentioned and a video on dialogue coming up. Thank you for everyone who supported the last video. Mwah.